Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to Shloka Day. Today's Shloka, Shloka number 20 of chapter 18. Sarva bhuteshu yenaikam
Sarvabhuteshu yenaikam
bhavam avyayam ikshate
bhavam avyayam ikshate
avibhaktam vibhakteshu
avibhaktam vibhakteshu
tajnanam viddhi satvikam.
tajnanam viddhi satvikam.
Word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sarva bhuteshu,
Sarvabhuteshu,
in all living entities.
in all living entities.
Yena,
Yena,
by which.
by which.
Ekam,
Ekam,
one.
one.
Bhavam,
Bhavam,
situation.
situation.
Avyayam,
Avyayam,
imperishable.
imperishable.
Ikshate,
Ikshate,
one sees.
one sees.
Avibhaktam,
Avibhaktam,
undivided.
undivided.
Vibhakteshu,
Vibhakteshu,
in the numberless divided.
in the numberless divided.
Tat,
Tat,
that.
that.
Jnanam,
Jnanam,
knowledge.
knowledge.
Viddhi,
Viddhi,
no.
no.
Satvikam,
Satvikam,
in the mode of goodness.
in the mode of goodness.
Translation, that knowledge
That knowledge
by which
by which
one undivided spiritual nature
one undivided spiritual nature
is seen in all living entities,
is seen in all living entities,
though they are divided into innumerable forms.
into innumerable forms.
You should understand
You should understand
to be in the mode of goodness.
to be in the mode of goodness.
Prabhupada writes, the purport, a person who sees one spirit soul in every living being, whether a demigod, human being, animal, bird, beast, aquatic or plant, possesses knowledge in the mode of goodness. That means we see the same Paramatma is there within every Jivatma. If you've understood that and you actually recognize that, then that knowledge is in the mode of goodness. In all living entities, one spirit soul is there, although they have different bodies in terms of their previous work. So, along with the Paramatma in every Jivatma, there is a single Atma occupying each body. As described in the 7th chapter, the manifestation of the living force in every body is due to the superior nature of the Supreme Lord. So, our life, breath, and airs is actually possible because the super soul is there within. Normally, we say when the soul exits the body, life is gone. But along with the super soul has to be there. If the super soul is not there within the body, also you can't breathe. So, as the soul exits the body, the super soul has also stopped its workings in that particular body. Thus, to see that one superior nature, that living force in every body, is to see in the mode of goodness. That living energy is imperishable, although the bodies are perishable. Differences are perceived in terms of the body because there are many forms of material existence in conditional life. The living force appears to be divided. Such impersonal knowledge is an aspect of self-realization. So there's a little bit more about this will be there in the Ishopanishad. His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu talks about this particular commentary here. Actually, sorry, this is from another parampara. Creation gives the appearance of a panorama of diverse living beings and material entities. But the substratum behind this apparent diversity is the Supreme Lord. Those who possess this vision of knowledge see the unity that exists behind the variety of creation. So, In diversity, there is unity. Unity in purpose, actually, there has to be unity in purpose. If all of us have the same purpose, which is to serve Krishna, then there should be no differences and conflicts. There may be differences of opinions on how to serve, but the service attitude stays the same. So even among diverse population, our purpose should be the same. And the way we implement that purpose, we may have different ways of doing so, or we may have different tastes. So those who possess this vision of knowledge see the unity exists behind the variety of creation. Just as an electrical engineer sees the same electricity flowing through different gadgets, and a goldsmith sees the same gold cast into different ornaments, the Srimad Bhagavatam states, Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam advayam. Knowers of the truth have stated that there is only one entity in existence without a second. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu referred to God in his form as Sri Krishna as Advayaya Jnana Tattva, one without a second, the only thing and everything that exists in creation on the basis of the following four criteria. Sajatiya Bhed Shunya. He is one with all similar entities. Sri Krishna is one with the various other forms of God, such as Rama, Shiva, Vishnu, etc., since these are different manifestations of one God. So, diversity arising from that single personality, Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna is also one with the souls who are his tiny fragmental parts. A fragment is one with its whole, just as flames are one with the fire, of which they are tiny parts. Vijatiya Bhed Shunya. He is one with all dissimilar entities. Dissimilar to God is Maya, which is insentient. Insentient means it does not have consciousness, while God is sentient. However, Maya is an energy of God, and energy is one with its energetic. Just as the energies of fire, heat, and light are non-different from it. So you can understand heat and light perform their functions, but we wouldn't say that heat and light have consciousness. But nevertheless, they are energies of the Lord. Swagat Bhed Shunya. The various parts of his body are non-different from him. The amazing thing about God's body is that all the parts perform the function of all the other parts. The Brahma Samhita states, Angani yasya sakalendriya vritti manti pashyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti. With every limb of his body, God can see, hear, talk, smell, eat, and think. Hence, all the limbs of God's body are non-different from him. Swayam Siddha. He needs the support of no other entity. Maya and the soul are both dependent upon God for their existence. If he did not energize them, they would cease to exist. On the other hand, God is supremely independent and does not need the support of any other entity for his existence. I was reading the third canto a couple of days ago in one of the chapters that talks about how the material elements come into being, into the universe, and how finally the Lord himself enters the universe to agitate the various material elements and to bring back to life those jivatmas who still have to experience karmic reactions. So in one particular verse, a conversation between Vidura and Maitreya Muni, the conversation goes like this, where the Lord, along with Prakriti in the form of Kala or time, the time factor, he enters the universe and all the living entities come back to life. They get their various bodies and resume their journey. Until then, they are all in a resting state when there is dissolution of the universe. So without the Lord, nothing is possible. Without the Lord, the planets cannot float in space. Without the Lord, the trees cannot grow. Without the Lord, the mountains will not exist. So without the Lord, we cannot exist. The Supreme Lord Sri Krishna satisfies all the four above points, and thus he is the Advaya Jnana Tattva. In other words, he is everything that exists in creation. With this understanding, when we see the entire creation in its unity with God, it is considered sattvic knowledge. And love based upon such knowledge is not racial or national, rather, it is universal. Hence, Prabhupada frequently said, universal fatherhood comes before universal brotherhood. That means you have to acknowledge first that we all have the same father. Then you can acknowledge that all the Jivatmas are your brothers and sisters. So this is knowledge in the mode of goodness.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.